That's who we love and that's who we serve. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today is Monday, November 21st, 2022. Happy early Turkey Day, everybody. We celebrate Thanksgiving typically in the United States of America, some of the outlying Caribbean islands, and also in Canada, Thursday. Hope everybody is having a great week. We're going to have a good time today on the DBInnervisionFM universe.
Hi everybody, this is Alfonso, James Brown. I tell you, this music is on. My man is on. Check him out. This is regards Alfonso, James Brown. Stay with it and hit it.
Well, thank you guys for joining us. If you're just seeing, let's see. If you're just seeing, playlist. Okay, I just stopped it now, but
there we go. You got it off.
Yeah. So, but anyway, okay. It should be back to normal. Who knows if it is or not? Who knows? So, hey, we want to send out our prayers to the people at the club. Just kind of enjoy themselves last night at the Q, and I don't know why is it always these guys that are like between 18 and 22 that are always doing these just ridiculous things. And of course, I guess we surpassed the mass shootings set in 2019. And so there's some interesting people here, and we're going to find out. And I guess on his Facebook, he showed pictures of him burning the rainbow flag. Okay, there are a lot of different people around and stuff like that. And so, maybe we can learn how to live together and let you do you. And, just as long as you don't, do you with my kids, hey, it's all good. But, or my grandkids or anything like that. But this guy, he wanted to be the judge, executioner, and all that kind of stuff. And, thanks God there were some guys that said, hey, we're going to take this guy out. And so they jumped him and held him until the police got there. But, police can't be everywhere. And probably this was a gun-free zone, which, I think like there should be a security guy at the door where at least somebody is the deterrent. But, people don't think, that way. But in some countries, they have car bombs and all that kind of stuff, they do think that way. So
that's right. An interesting piece to this, Johnny, and this is still a developing story. So I'm going to be interested to see where this goes, because this is not, I don't know what I want to say here, but I don't know. I would say watch it, keep it in your, on your radar, because the Saturday shooting at Club Q in Colorado Springs was done by the grandson of a California assemblyman. So, this is very fascinating, not so much in a good way.
And earlier, a year ago, they got a call from his mother saying he was trying to blow up her or the house or something like that. And but that was erased from his record. And maybe because he has a dad in high political places. So I don't know if you heard that part.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So it's I'm kind of suspicious of what's going on. I wonder if this guy was used to push a certain narrative, if you know what I mean. I wouldn't say it's a flag of false origin, but I would definitely say, man, my heart goes out to these folks. So I'm certainly not bent that way, but this is right down the street from where yours truly used to live. And so, to know that, right down the street, just a couple of blocks from my apartment complex, my old apartment complex. So, wow, it was interesting. I had to, I've got a couple of friends that live in Colorado Springs, so I had to call them and see if they were okay. They happened to be persuaded in that way. They happen to be a member of the LGBTQI plus community. So I just wanted to make sure they were okay, and they
Right.
are, and things. But God loves everybody, folks. That's the bottom line here, and He wants everybody to be saved. There are certain of well, I don't want to go too far into it, but there are certain of things that He just doesn't condone, but He loves everybody, and sin.
Continue on. Continue on. Continue on.
Okay, sin is something that He just, it's any sin, whether it's a small sin like a little white lie to the largest sin on the planet. They're all sin to God. So He does not so much cotton to sin. As a matter of fact, sin is anathema. He wants to get rid of that. We got a fun show today, folks. We're going to talk about For the Love of Mike, For the Love of Pete. Where did those terms come from? And who are Mike and who are Pete? And while we're at it, who is Great Scott? I wonder if he was some sort of ancient military general in the English army or something. I don't know. Why do you park in a driveway? Why do you drive in a parkway? And we're going to talk a little bit about Thanksgiving, the origins thereof. As I said at the beginning of the show, America, the United States of America, some of the Caribbean islands, and also Canada in some places, that is a holiday where we just get together. We are prayerfully and thankfully minded, and we get together and we eat a bunch of food. Typically, turkey is on the menu, but people have gotten away from that in the most recent years. We got a vegetarian on the show in the form of Johnnie J, president and station manager of DBInnervisionFM. So I've got a question for him about, what vegetarians might do for Thanksgiving. Let's see what else here. Man, we got a fun show today. Taylor Swift is in the news, as folks might know. So we're going to talk about her. We're going to talk about Ticketmaster. Hey, folks, if you are of a mind, paypal.me/Innervision Denver is the way you can help us to keep the lights on, especially during this holiday season. I know everybody is strapped, and here's an interesting statistic. 1 in 4 folks are not going to be able to celebrate the Thanksgiving holiday, and that's just because we don't have $100 to our name. So 1 in 4 folks are going to go hungry. Down at the church where I happen to attend, we do typically have a Thanksgiving dinner, which we're going to still do. Last year, I understand we fed probably 400 people, and that's looking to double at least this year. So, we might be looking at 800 people. So we got a busy week. We got some turkeys going on. We got some, we're going to deep fry a bunch of turkeys. We're going to do a bunch of other things. So
Okay.
I've got a week.
Okay, I'm back. Yeah, I sent you that recipe for cheese, vegan cheese balls or something like that.
I saw that, dude.
Yeah,
I really got to check that out.
I'm
really
gonna try that. I mean, it sounds so simple,
right?
Well, you got to have a blender, though. Yeah, I mean, you have to have a high-powered blender. But I have one, so I'm gonna try that. Get some what is it called?
Cream cheese.
No, I'm talking about the vegetable, zucchini and squash, and then you cut it in lines, and then you make the mixture of the 2 types of peanuts, put some water in it, and then it was something else. I don't know if it was like some other kind of, to make it mix a little bit thicker. And then they said sea salt to taste, water, but she said not that much water because you want to make it thick, but I don't want to make it that thick. And then you blend it up, and then you pour it on each of the strips, and then you roll them, I guess, in some kind of way. So yeah, I said, yeah, that sounds interesting. I'm gonna send that to Alan.
So that's pretty cool, man. I'm gonna have to check that out. We got a blender, so we're gonna check that out. Hopefully, Wednesday night we'll probably whip up a little bit of that stuff, because boy, that sounds really healthy. Well, I wouldn't say healthy, but healthier than the way that I do things sometimes.
Did you
Tomorrow,
you talk about
we're going to be talking to Angie Wong, who is, boy, what do I say? She is involved with the Trump re-election campaign. So stay tuned for that show tomorrow. It's going to be really fun, super informative, and that kind of thing. Go ahead.
Yeah, did you talk about the not tostadas? We're going to be making the corn husks and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, tamales.
Tamales,
we're doing tamales.
Yes.
I did touch upon the fact that we are doing a turkey dinner at our church for probably about 800 folks. So
whoa, okay.
deep fried turkeys on the menu, got tamales, got green chili, got Spanish rice. So if you're in the Berthoud area and you are in the know, go ahead and hit us up. New Freedom Outreach Center, 255 Mountain Avenue. That kind of thing. Everybody and anybody and everybody's invited. Come on down. Have a little bit of food.
Yeah, I gotta tell you what happened yesterday. We had bought some tickets for this pianist, Chicago pianist. You know, they were going to do this concert, and this very flamboyant lady. She plays piano. She's from Russia, and she's been all over the world and stuff like that. So we wouldn't go. We thought it was Saturday night. Well, it was Saturday night, but we thought that Saturday was the 19th. And so we bought the tickets at 9:30. Well, I said, oh man, we missed the concert and all that kind of stuff. So Sunday we went down there to see if we can get our money back or whatever. But it so happened that she was doing 3 concerts: Friday, Saturday night, and Sunday afternoon.
Wow.
So we got like in the front, lady gave us some front row tickets. And but you know, before we did that, we got there a little bit early. The box office didn't open. So my wife said, let's go down and have some tea and cake.
Okay.
And as you know, I've been on this kind of like raw vegan type juicing and all that kind of stuff. And, you know, I thought, you know, apple, walnut, chocolate cake. What harm can I do with a little bit of ice cream?
So it tore you up, huh?
Oh man, I was fine during her concert, but then the second part, when they were playing with mostly the orchestra and stuff like that, and I felt like somebody was punching me in the stomach, left, right, and then I got home, and then I started my regimen of vitamin C water, ginger and lemon, and I didn't feel better until I think about 8:30, 9 o'clock that night, halfway decent. And then for some reason, I couldn't sleep all night. So I was listening to radio and stuff like that. I'm thinking like, oh, I'm gonna fall asleep here pretty soon. So ladies and gentlemen, I got up at 9 o'clock yesterday, and I'm not sleeping. I'm not gonna figure out what's going on. So I can get me this stuff called fennel. It's a vegetable, and it
I think I might have lost internet.
You know, Alan, come on, you can't lose internet.
Here we are.
Okay, well, so I'm gonna get this thing called fennel, and it's like a licorice tasting type of vegetable, and it's supposed to like knock you out. So I think I'm gonna get sleepy towards the night, but yeah. So that's been my 24 hours. And my wife said, "You want me to fix something this morning?" I said, "No. Let me just ride this thing out." And I'm feeling fantastic, but I'm just not sleepy. So, so I'm running on quick energy. So anyway, so Taylor Swift last night, she blew it out. Yeah. I just sneezed. Oh, okay. She blew it out last night. She out of the 6 nominations she was up for, she won all 6 of them. And one of her songs was, I guess, considered to be countries, Red Something. So she even won in the country category.
Wow.
Pop, country. And I was surprised that when they named the best male singer, she didn't win that. But she was winning. She was kicking butt and taking names.
Ladies and gentlemen, then we're talking about Taylor Swift.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, well, she's definitely going right for it.
Mm-hmm.
What's interesting about these big name musical artists is oftentimes once they get to a stage where they're drawing thousands upon thousands of people, they'll use the bigger ticket venues to set their shows up with. Unfortunately, Ticketmaster is one of the, well, I shouldn't say it that way. Ticketmaster is one of the largest ticket selling venues. Unfortunately, it does appear that they have a monopoly in my mind. They sell over 60% of all of the concert tickets for the big name artists like Taylor Swift.
And she had set up something with her fans where they can bundle their tickets and get them at a certain price.
Right.
And I don't know how, I don't know if the, what those guys call the people that steal the tickets and scalpers. I don't know if the scalpers got in there first, or what, between them, wanting to bump up the tickets so they can make more money. And the people that had the tickets bundled.
Illusion.
Yeah. And she's going to be here July 14th.
Oh, I love my internet.
Oh, what is it? Is cutting in and out? Hey, Alan, even when it cuts out,
if you can hear me, I'll try to get internet back.
Yeah, I can still hear you. Oh, no. Anyway, so Alan's having problems with the internet. Is going in and out. But she's going to be here on July 14th and 15th, 2 nights at this big stadium. I don't know if it's the football field, because they keep changing the names of these places. So I don't know, what's going on with what exactly, but it's one of those big stadium type of things. And they named the people that were going to be with her. I have no idea who these people are. Let me see if I can ask my phone. Google, who's going to be in concert with Taylor Swift in Denver, July 15th? Let's see. Okay.
All right. Sorry about that.
Okay. I was gonna look up the people that she's gonna be with. Muna and Gracie Abrams. Never even heard of those people. But they're gonna be opening up for her. Muna and Gracie.
All right. Well, shout out to those folks. I do hope to get some of the stuff squared away and taken care of.
Yeah. They got it back in line. But but also I'm gonna in this Biden inflation, I'm gonna think like, who are the people that can afford $300 tickets? Because I heard some dads say that they're not gonna be able to take their daughter there because the tickets are $300.
Yeah, it's amazing, because I will tell you, Johnny, I mean, when you look at this kind of thing, me and 4 of my friends used to go to a concert. But if 4 of my friends and myself wanted to go to one these days, that would cost us a whopping $1,500 sometimes, depending on how much the tickets cost. And I'm just not, I'm not sure that I'm willing to go ahead and pay $1,500 for 5 tickets to go to a concert.
Yeah, because I'm thinking if you're one of those people that could afford $300 tickets in this inflation, um, leave a comment down there and say, hey, I could afford it, you know. And if you could afford that, PayPal.me/InnervisionDenver. That's
Yeah, the reason
PayPal.
why
Yeah.
PayPal.me/InnervisionDenver, why that's important is because we promote grassroots musicians, whether they're physically challenged or physically disabled, however you want to put it politically correctly, or financially challenged, or both. As a matter of fact, we are looking for musicians, recording artists. We are looking for folks to help with the Innervision FM universe if you're of a mind.
Yeah.
So we do have a few sponsors. We got Richard Damiano from Littleton Eye Clinic. We've got the Denver Art Foundation. We got the Colorado Art Relief Fund. We've got
Christian Brothers. I think.
Oh yeah, Christian Brothers Moving. These are one of our favorites.
Yeah.
And we got
Wells Fargo.
We got one other that I can't. Denver Colorado Art. Wells Fargo.
Yeah.
So thank you for all those folks that have sponsored the show. And if you want to become a sponsor, head us up at innervisionrecords.org. And there's a way that you can get involved. Also, in the holiday season, we've got Amazon's. Are we still doing Amazon Smile?
Yep, Amazon Smile. Yeah. So just look up Innervision in Denver and buy something, some big price items, and we get 5% of that. So it's not a lot, but every little bit helps.
That's right.
All right. So if you're not one of those people that can afford those high price tickets, what can you afford? And I was telling my wife that in the 70s, minimum wage was like $2.10, and so we and my sister and I, we would save them. We would buy the $10 tickets, and we'd sell them by the $13 and the $17 tickets, and we would be sitting up in the balcony. And so that, you know, we figure like $10 ticket, that would be like 10 hours of work, if not more, you know, to buy the tickets. And now let's see. Let me think, like, okay, minimum wage now in Colorado is $15 an hour.
It's like 12. It's actually less than that. I think it's $12.20. Unless they haven't updated the website, it looks like it's hovering just over $12 an hour, Colorado state minimum wage.
What's the minimum wage here in Colorado? I'm just asking.
As far as the federal minimum wage, that's still sitting at I think
$12.56 an hour.
Wow. Yeah. See, so it's $12.56. So even at $12.56 an hour, I'm going to do a quick little bit of math. You'd have to work 30 hours. Let's just call it 25, 30 hours.
Yeah.
Just to afford a $300 ticket.
And you may not have rent money after that, you know. It's like
absolutely right.
Cut into the rent money or the food money or something like that. And I can see how these dads say, you know, I want to take my baby girl to this concert, or I want to take my daughter to this concert, but we got to eat, or we got to pay our mortgage, or we got to pay our apartment, or we have to pay our, what is that called, insurance on our car. So I mean, with Biden making it so difficult here with this inflation, it's very difficult making those choices. But there are people that can afford it, and I bet that arena will be filled.
I would imagine it will be filled. The interesting thing is this has caught the attention of the Department of Justice, so they will be looking into these in my mind anyway, overpriced ticket prices, and see what can be done about that. Anytime that there is a monopoly, whether it's within the government or whether it's within the technology sector or whether it's within the music industry, if there's not true free market and not a bunch of people competing for the for the funds of the people, so to speak. You know, if only one group has it locked down, they can pretty much charge whatever they want. And, you know, that's supposed to be okay, which it is. You know, monopolies are supposed to be illegal here. As a matter of fact, there was a company, gosh, I can't remember. It's a little known company that, gosh, it's right on the tip of my tongue. Micro something with
Microsoft.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Microsoft. Bill
Bill Gates.
Yep, that's the one. Oh, Bill Gates. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. I was trying to be coy there. Yeah, anyway, Bill Gates, Microsoft, he got dinged a little bit back in the, what was it, early 21st century for essentially having a monopoly. The government kind of had to step in and say, hey, no. Let's have a free competition here. Free market is the way that we do stuff here. So, you know, I suspect it's going to be similar with Ticketmaster. They're going to go in there and just kind of suggest and encourage to them that it's probably within their best interest to go ahead and, you know, lower those prices, maybe diversify, you know, allow for some other folks to get in there and have access to these big name recording artists like Taylor Swift.
Yeah. Now I was looking at like what things, events that she puts on, and I was finding like she does these dance parties, and I guess they're called raves. I don't know if she does them, but her fans, they put together these rave and put her name on it so people can know that they're going to hear some Taylor Swift at these rave parties. And so I'm curious if there's anybody out there that has been to any of the rave parties or after parties. I know a friend of mine, he's in a wheelchair, this guy named Mike. When Prince was alive, he paid the $250 and he went to the after party, and Prince actually went over and talked to him and had a conversation with him and stuff like that. And then if you guys have been to, if you tell us some stories, leave them in the comment. Facebook, it'll take me a while to find that sometimes, and then YouTube, and then Rumble. Oh, and I put my Twitter handle down there for the people that are watching Twitter. Now that we have more liberalness and what we can talk about on Twitter, so it's Innervision Rocko, for my Twitter account. And let us know, you know, have you been to any of these after parties? And if you've been to other after parties, you know, compare and contrast. You know, let us know what you do at these after parties. You know,
that's absolutely right. That's absolutely right. Ladies and gentlemen, the FTX scandal seems to be, XFT scandal. Sorry, seems to be heating up. And I was looking into a little bit of, you know, what has transpired since early November. And it looks like the crypto coin market, none of the crypto coins have been unaffected by what's taken place. Those that do not know, I guess, FTX, which sells the FTT token, basically was started sometime around 2017. These books have definitely made lots and lots and lots of money with their virtual coin exchange. And a lot of big names got involved in this project. It ends up that for some reason, $1 billion just went poof, and they can't find it. And they can't find the founder, at least as of yesterday, when I was looking at some of these articles. Sam Bankman-Fried, they're trying to get Sam Bankman-Fried back to the U.S. to kind of ask him a few questions and get some clarification on some things.
Did you hear the appearance of this guy? I mean, they say like unshuffled, hair uncombed.
Right.
And how did this guy convince these people, hey, give me thousands and millions of your dollars, and this is a safe deal. It's like, there's just some people like that. I guess they get around money and they're able to manipulate that.
Well, and it is interesting. Anytime that you've got a ERC created token where you can really literally create money out of thin air and then assign a value to it, man, what could possibly go wrong with that, right?
Oh man, yes. Oh man.
So, even this crypto market isn't something that is always going to be, what would I say, safe. These particular coins are created not to operate on a blockchain, so they operate a little bit differently than the traditional cryptocurrency like Bitcoin. But every single cryptocurrency out there on exchanges have been affected by this. You can read more in coming days, weeks, months. But one of the big things that I took away from it was the fact that there was some Ukraine involvement. I don't want to go too far into it because I don't know how much our benevolent overlords at YouTube want to allow for information to get out there. But, so the Ukraine were involved. Democrats were getting some money, allegedly. I just look at things and I'm like, our former president was impeached twice. Once for a perfect phone call to the Ukrainian president. And could some of that had to do with some of this funny money, as it were, the cryptocurrency? I don't know. Hopefully this stuff comes out in the wash. And that's one thing about truth and things like that. When people seek the truth and when they serve a living God like we do, God has a way of revealing things. And since he is creator of the universe and in control of everything, there's not much we can do. In fact, there's nothing we can do to keep the truth from getting out. Sooner or later, it always comes out.
And the scripture I have up there now is Luke 17, verse 2. And it just talks about like the people that do things to cause young people to sin, or it said it would be better if they had a millstone put around the neck and then drop in water. So for all you people who are doing weird and crazy things to kids in the schools, and you want to do crazy things to kids in the school, and you sign legislation to do crazy things to kids in the school, you think you're getting away with it, but no, you're not getting away with it.
Well, there may not be accountability here, at least within our lifetime, but there is always accountability in the hereafter. And one thing that the last couple of years has taught me is we are not allotted a certain amount of time that we know about. So what I'm trying to say is when we take our first step into eternity is not up to us. We do not know unless of course we help things along. We'll leave it like that. We did a video a few weeks ago on this very subject about suicide and things like that. We don't we're just not down for that. That's a very permanent solution to a temporary problem. But why I bring that up is simply because this world is not spam call here. Anyway, these things are just not condonable. I mean, so there is accountability, whether we believe one thing or the other. We just don't know what happens when we take our first step into eternity, except for what is set down in the Bible. And that's what we go by. Now, we do understand that not everybody's bent that way. But most assuredly, it is something that keeps us on that straight and narrow, keeps us from sin. And that's where we put our faith. Otherwise, if we were to just put our faith here and say that there were no creator and say there was no accountability, well, then we'd have to figure it all out. We'd have to get it right the one time, because one time is all we get here. And so, by golly, we better build it, do it, and get it right. Well, what if we don't? What if we set this up the way that it is now, and we think we know what's best for large swaths of population, and it ends up that there actually happens to, I don't know, actually be a creator? It's best to find out now how to build a relationship with our Lord Jesus Christ. And hey, I got no shame in my game. If I'm wrong and I die and there's no creator, I just rot. But if I'm right,
oh my God,
that's absolutely right. If I'm right, there is a way. There's an eternal reward set for all of us. And it's just up to us as to how we want to receive that reward, whether it's a reward of fiery eternal damnation and burning, or whether it's a reward of eternal peace.
Yeah. So we're gonna end it there, and like tell about give a preview. Oh, don't forget to share, like, and leave some comments, because we get a lot of likes and all that kind of stuff. But we want to interact with you. So yeah. So tell us about the guest tomorrow again.
Angie Wong is a member of Donald John Trump's reelection campaign. So you'll not want to miss this show. I wish I had a bio, but I'll be working on that. But you don't want to miss this show. She is instrumental in coordinating his election campaign, from what I understand. So don't forget to join us tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel.
Oh, yeah. And we just thank you for joining us. And this is Little Hater from Wayne's album. Wayne Turner from Rocking in Jesus. Go stream the song. And hey, what can I say? We'll see you